Enough is enough. Enough excuses, enough blaming, enough not stepping up, enough all this spiraling, negative thoughts, getting sucked into everybody else's dramas. Enough is enough. Now, this reading is something that Spirit has just dropped into my consciousness this morning when I thought, okay, what is the reading today? And the message is strong. The message is very direct, and there's this emphasis on urgency with this reading. Now, what is happening as a global, as a collective, is that we're all shifting into new frequencies and new vibrations, and it's very, very imperative that we get on purpose as quick as possible. Now, the reason for this is we've all signed up to be here, right now. And we're all light workers. If you're listening to this video, you are a light worker. And the way we do that is step into our authenticity by speaking our truth from our heart. When we are speaking our truth, it comes from our heart. We're not doing it out of spite. We're not doing it out of judgment. We're not doing it out of resentment, regret, any of those low vibing energies. We're doing it from the goodness of our heart. Love will always win. And when we step into our authenticity and speak our truth from our heart, we can never be wrong. And from that place, we then start receiving this energetic upgrade. We receive download from Spirit. We connect. And when we are of sound mind, heart, body, soul, that's when we radiate that beautiful high vibing energy. And then other people have no choice but to feel that frequency and that vibration, and then we can help lift humanity. It is a real urgent calling for all of us now to step into what makes us happy, what allows us to look forward to our futures, what allows us to see the beauty and innocence in the children and know that they are our future. Now, in order for us to do that for everybody else, we need to do it with ourselves. So the messages that these cards are going to bring you today is enough is enough. Let's move through what's blocking us from being our true selves. So take a moment, tune into what you need to hear, what is blocking you. This is a general reading, so just take what resonates, but know that Spirit has shown up very, very powerfully today. I feel very urged to speak with no filter. So whatever comes out, take what resonates and choose 1, 2, or 3. The numbers I've done is 111, 222, or 333, which are our angel numbers. They come with a high vibration in itself. See which one is for you and listen out for your messages. Okay, messages for 111. All right, now straight away I know that numbers would be coming up for you quite regularly. So the triple numbers 111, 11, the number 1 is very significant. Number 1's all about, actually it's interesting. What I'm getting for is number 1, you. Just you. So the main message here for you is that you need to choose you, and then everything else follows. Everything else follows. Now, you've really been struggling with choosing yourself, and in that you've been making some choices that aren't sustainable. So I feel like burning out is something here, repetitive thoughts. Like, I know that when I get really overworked or stuck in a rut, so to speak, I get songs stuck in my head. So I'll try to sleep and I'll, toss and turn, and I feel like there's songs being stuck in your head or Yeah, no, songs, words, they're stuck, and then you wake up in the morning and it's still playing. This record is going around and around in your mind, and it's purely because you're not choosing yourself. You're not listening to your body. You're not listening, and you. I still feel like you're doing stuff for yourself, but you're not accepting it. And there's a block. There's a block where you're going, okay, I've had my carrot juice, or I've done the juice for the day. I've looked after myself now, and then you're doing all the other stuff. And all the other stuff is not letting that juice do its job. It's all about momentum. It's all about choosing you. Oh gosh, I feel a little bit scattered even with this message, so I know that you've been hectic. Okay, and the cards are jumping out. Let me get that. Oh, excuse me. There is actually 3 cards, and I only saw 1. Okay, so there's things you're missing. There's things you're missing at the moment. You're like literally shifting. I swear I saw an awakening card. How very interesting. Where is it? There. Okay. All right, so I'll tell you just what happened. I was shuffling and I wanted to pick 1 card. 3 flicked out and I only saw 1 on the ground. But then when I looked the other way, there was 2 more. And it wasn't even the 1 card that I pulled. So you've got like 4 cards. Now the thing was, I missed parts of it. So there's lots going on around you at the moment and you're missing parts. So you're just believing what you're seeing. Now the thing is here, right, you're quite a spiritual being and you've lost sight of what's next. You've lost belief. I was in quite an abusive relationship many years back. And I disconnected with all spirituality. It was like spirit didn't exist. And I was in this space of fight and flight, trying to just survive. And I feel like there's some of that going on with this reading. But the beautiful thing is, if you're listening to this and this is for you, that's all about to change. Because there's no way known, I'm just going to say how low vibing and dark things are, without having a beautiful message from spirit to say they've got your back. So the beautiful thing is I saw the awakening card. And what this is when things come smashing in your face, you can't ignore it anymore. You literally cannot ignore what's happening in your world anymore. You have to now take that step to rectify things, to change things, to step up or to walk away. There needs to be a huge energetic shift here. You're already doing it in here, but it now is action time. Action time. Now let's have a look. So the awakening card brings selflessness. Now this is the part you struggle with the most. You find that whenever you do something for yourself, it's selfish, where it's not. It's selfless. We need you. The collective needs you. You need to be here. But you're finding it difficult to show up at the moment because you've got too much going on, stories that keep replaying, too many things that you're missing because you're just overwhelmed. Now, let's have a look at the 3 cards I missed. The first one is the 6 of water. This is memories. This is childhood nostalgia. This is a place that keeps you feeling safe. And sure, we've all got a story to tell. Sure, there's a lot of things that we've been through, but you can find the beauty in the childness, the play. That's your first message. That's your first true message here. Lighten up. Be mindful what you're focusing on because that's what you're creating. And it's time that you start allowing yourself to have fun. And that could simply be watching a comedy and laughing loud, you know? But remember everything that you have been through. But see, you're at a point now where you're reinventing yourself. You're almost starting again. And if you take a look at this card, how it's got the 3 cups, there's beautiful flowers that have blossomed and grown from those cups. So you've got a lot of beauty in your world, but don't forget to remember and focus on it, okay? Because it feels like you've just got too much going on and you're missing these things. Now, in that, we've got the 7 of water. So you've got, the 6 of water, but you've got the 7 of water. So the water is very much emotion. So there's a lot of emotions coming up. Now, I would really recommend you start cleaning out closets, like literally. 1 closet a week, nothing too dramatic, but everything external is a reflection of our internal, and you're over-analyzing, you're staying on one topic and just keep having it go over and over. And it's time that you just clear that out, clear out the cobwebs, but start physically, and it's going to help you clear out mentally, okay? And then we have the beautiful 10 of air. The 10 is all about endings, but in the endings, things are recreating. So you're actually getting a real big push from spirit today to say this is the end of all this inner turmoil that you've allowed and created. Even though you've got other reasons you could say, this is why it's happening, or this is why, and that's out of my control, and this, that, and the other. But the thing is, everything is within your control when we work with our attitude, when we work with our reaction, because it's almost like I can see spirit just pouring an abundance of healing light all over you at the moment, and it's really beautiful to see. I can see it's like got this glitter, it changes different colors, and it moves and swims through you. So allow yourself just a moment to close your eyes and feel this beautiful energy just flowing through you, because that's the visual that they're giving me right here and right now, because it's time you just shift the old stuff. And it's really easy to be told and go, yeah, okay, good message, and get on with it and keep doing the same stuff. But it takes a lot of willpower for you to go, enough's enough, time for me to move on. That's not working anymore. I'm either going to change it, or I'm going to change me, or I'm going to walk away. They're your options. And Spirit's here to say you've actually got this. Now tap into your childhood memories. Remember the joy, bring in the fun, and know that whatever you focus on will grow. So keep focusing on having something to look forward to, moving into the future. And you, my darling, are in a beautiful space. It's time that you allow Spirit in. Take the warmth of them coming close and step forward, because enough is enough. And it's time that you create your reality with all this skill set that you've got, because none of this has been a waste of time, ever. And that is your reading for number 111. All right, 222s. Hey, hey, hey. This is your message with enough is enough. Let's see. All right, I'm just going into your energy before I pull some cards. Okay, now I feel like you've tried something different recently. There's been a different, a change. Now, I'm someone that when people come to me for help, I will always help them as long as they're doing something different. Now, the thing they're different, I actually don't give a shit about what it is. It just needs to be something different. So it may work, it may not. And I feel like with you've tried something different and you're sort of shying away from it, like it's not working out the way you thought. You thought you'd get more momentum, more success, more accolades, more acknowledgement, more something. It's just not going as quick as you want it to. Now, do not miss the lessons in this, because if you didn't do it this way, it wouldn't have worked out in your best favor. So you need to realize that Spirit is here to say the way it's all happening is exactly for the highest good of everyone. Highest good. Okay, so it could have been much worse. It's actually not bad. It's your perception, and everything is energy. So the first message here is that the way it's happening is the way it's meant to be. So be very mindful of the way you're thinking, okay? Because thoughts are energy. Everything is energy, and energy becomes things. So your first card is relationship, emotions, and choices. Allow yourself to understand that what has happened has been for the highest good of everyone. You chose this. The minute we feel like we were forced into a situation, or we did it for them, or we did it for that, then victim mentality comes smashing down. The thing is, when we own our role that we played in it, we then get a freedom and a sense of independence, because Spirit's showing me that you need to know that you've done nothing wrong here. This is all in the learning experience, and it's just another step to where you're headed. It is going to really take a turn for the better now, because you've learned, you're not doing the same old stuff. You're just not. You've done something different. It wasn't what you thought, but it was definitely what you needed to be able to do it next level now. Whew, I get a flutter in my heart space. My tummy gets all excited. I know there's an anxiety here, but I also know it's an excitement of what's happening next. Your next card here is illusion, dependency, and materialism. This is the ego card. Now, this is what is actually shifting now. This is what brought you to where you are, but without ego, it sometimes can prevent us from getting to a place. But it's all about balance. We need ego. But it needs to be in balance. When we have too much, we have this. When we have too little, we have this. Now, your ego has got you to where you are. Now it's time to allow yourself to surrender to the process and allow yourself to really see where you want to go clearly without having, don't focus on the money. Don't focus on the lack of time. Don't focus on all that. Just allow yourself to feel things and go with the flow, knowing where you want to go. It's as simple as that. Now, we've got the Hermit energy here as well. And the Hermits, you've been doing it alone, but I feel like you want to... Okay, so there's some stuff here with your ideas that you're keeping to yourself in the fear of someone taking it or exposing you. There's something going on here with secrecy. Now, I get that because you're quite protective, but there has to be an aspect of trust and surrender here. You want to bring somebody in that you trust to bounce ideas off, because it feels though as the minute you take away the urgency, you're just a bit closed here because you're keeping it to yourself. And when you do share, you're going to be able to create more, go into the creation. You've come a real long way. You've come a real long way, and I absolutely love what you're doing. But you're allowed to take it that next level. Just unlock the key a little bit more. Unlock the key a little bit more. And that will mean different things for different people. But there's an aspect here that you're holding so tightly onto it that there's a bit of suffocation going on and restriction, and you're just not letting it flow. The minute you allow yourself to speak it out, and I feel like this has to be with someone. I mean, you can talk to spirit, you can write it down, you can talk to the moon, you can do all those things, but this has to be another person, because just in that vibration and letting yourself actually speak it and share it is going to unlock something within you that's going to take you next level with this creation. All right, so enough blocking yourself. Enough blocking yourself. I want to get you one more message with this deck here. This is the universe has your back, and I just feel like you just need some words of affirmation, and it is this one, and it says joy is the ultimate creator. And we're talking about creation. And in your hermit energy up until now, you've been keeping it to yourself. And when you share it, you'll be able to hear yourself, and you'll be able to feel the reaction of that person, the light that shines in their eyes when you share. Be open to their feedback too, because that'll help the creative juices flow for you. And that brings you joy, because you've got something really big to bring that's going to help shift energy to a higher vibe. Bring your higher vibe. Bring it. It's time to shine. And that is your reading for 222. Alrighty. Let's go with 333. 333 is like one of my favorite angel numbers. My daughter was literally born at 3:33 in the afternoon. And she was a blessing, of course, from heaven. All right. So let's get into it straight away. Okay. Straight away we get the page of fire for you guys. And this is all about creation. This is about enthusiasm, motivation. Now, I know that you have been like a bull at a gate. You are flying at the moment. The energy here I get is you're like, yep, let's do it. And you're fighting fit. You're getting there. And the thing is, the real message here is balance. Bring it back home to your heart. Okay, so just take a moment and realize how far you've come, and know that this is not a race, because there's something here where you're like total FOMO, fear of missing out. You don't want, yes, I'll do that. But hang on, stop, pull back, because in that haste, you will miss things. In that haste, you will feel disconnected. In that haste, you are heading for burnout. So pull back, because you are enough. Your message, if nothing else, is you are enough. What you are doing is perfect. What you are doing is enough. You don't need to bring in new people. You don't have to change anything here except your pace. Your pace. You're just going too fast. All right. Sometimes when we get too fast, we can trip up. Businesses that grow too big, too fast, they tend to crash. Okay? So, you're doing well. Like, I feel like an abundance, a shower of money. I can see money falling at you from different perspectives, from different angles, places you didn't even expect. Now, this is very prepared. You've got all the knowledge. I don't feel like you need anything different. I don't feel like you need to do another course. I don't feel like you need to read another book, that type of thing. The only reason I'd be reading a book for you is just a little bit of self-love. Time spent with you, just going over something, nothing too heavy. I don't want you to think too hard. I want you to, it's interesting because yesterday morning I woke up very overwhelmed because I just had a week off. So in that week I started getting a bit antsy, like, oh God, I've got to get back to work, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And I thought, hang on a minute. So my challenge here is I need to learn how to stop and be okay that I'm resting. And I know this is you. And I woke up yesterday morning going, oh my God, this is going to fail. I'm not doing this. And just went into this whole self-sabotage, tried to blow myself up type of energy. And I feel like this is sounding familiar to you. And I said to my husband, oh my God, what am I doing? Why am I feeling like this? And he just said, less thinking, more doing. And you know what? He said that maybe, 28 hours ago. And I've said it to myself that many times. And I'm like, that just makes so much sense. And doing can be resting. Doing can be resting. You're doing something, you're resting. And you do it mindfully. And that's very important to your balance, because there's nothing here you need to learn but to slow down. You've got the skill set. You've got it all within you. You don't actually need to rely on anyone here. So you may very well be in a partnership or working with a company or something like that may have come to the end of its road. Or you can now add something just for you as well. But it's all with balance and it's all with rest, because you don't need anything from anybody else. That is something you need to hear. You do not need anything from anybody else. It's all within you. And then we get the Hermit card as well. 222 got this one as well. But for you, it is time that you step up to be that mentor for others. So we get to a point in our self-love development journey of life. And what can happen is we get to a point where we feel like we've worked through stuff. We know enough. What next? The next is you sharing. Because when you share and help others, you're going to then learn self-love and develop in your personal journey even more. So we get to this standstill. And if we don't start sharing, we don't go to that next level of development, enlightenment, etc. So you, my friend, are an excellent guide, an excellent leader, an excellent mentor. You don't need anybody else to help you do this, but you certainly need to trust yourself that you've got this, and Spirit saying, you know, enough of looking outside. It's all within now. It's all within. Now, I just want to get a motivational affirmation card for you out of the deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. The universe has your back. You're good at trusting, though. You go in and out. You trust and then you wane, and then you trust and then you wane. Don't be surprised if that's in line with the moon as well. We go into full moon energy and we want to, you know, release and that type of thing. And once the full moon wanes off, so does our energy, and we can become a little bit deflated. So when you're in line and realize what the moon's doing, you can almost like allow yourself to have that rest time as you come back down. And in the new moon, start creating again. You're all about creation. You are a beautiful manifester, a beautiful creator. I'd love you on my team. And we surrender. I surrender to a power greater than me. When you trust, things will come. When you put your intention out of what you want to achieve, that's enough. You've put your order out. Allow yourself to sit in this beautiful energy that you have created, my friend, but you may miss it if you go too fast. So slow down, take a breath, allow it to happen. This is happening for you, not to you. You're in a really good spot. Allow yourself to really own that. And that is your message for 333. Thank you very much for tuning in, beautiful souls. Do not forget to like, subscribe, all those algorithm things, but have a look down below in the description, because I've got some beautiful retreats coming up, online intuition courses, lots of different things that I like to offer. So take the time to take a look and reach out if you need anything in way of your intuition and your personal healing journey. Thank you again, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Be kind to others, but especially be kind to yourself. Peace out.